Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Make a graph. Welcome back, everybody. We've been talking the entire time during the break. I mean, there's just so many things that are going on in our fisheries. Now, we all love to chase salmon and steelhead and sturgeon. That's what we were here in the Northwest for literally 100 years, which has changed quite a bit because, you know, they let sturgeon get wiped out, so we won't go there. But lots of other options that are out there. So we're discussing, right, some of the things that we used to have and now we don't, and common sense, which obviously it's 2024 is, you know, we don't want to talk about that. Some of the fisheries that we've had that we should bring back, like the Upper Clackamas summer steelhead we were just talking about so passionately, because it was one of the greatest fisheries that we had here in the state. Unquestionable. It was an amazing fishery that was supposed to bring, you know, their management was going to bring back wilds, which never happened. But yet we don't have that fishery back, because once they take it away, we never get things back. But that's a whole other discussion. So I got to stop with this. I mean, we could do this all day.
If you want to know more about that, just do a search. Ian Corder did a great study 3 years back that did an overview on the results of that program that was discontinued.
Yeah.
It's an eye-opener. Ian Corder.
What would you, Ian Corder?
C-O-U-R-T-E-R.
Yeah, look it up, read it. I mean, that's one of the things that, anyway.
It's on our website, too.
Yeah. Okay, on Hatchery and Wild's website?
Yeah, all this is.
Okay, and that's one thing. Everything that we talk about here about Hatchery and Wild, you can find all of it on their website. I know that we've been showing that a little bit. If you're curious, please go on there, take a look. Please, become a member, please. Donate if you can, please. Volunteer if you can. There's so many things that we can do in such small ways to help our fish out. I mean, this is what this is about. I mean, a lot of people want to narrow it down to where you and I want to go out and catch the last fish that's out there. No, we want to make so many fish that they're jumping out of the water into our boats. I mean, that's not the point of this at all. But it's an easy reaction for those people to say that because they really don't have any other argument. They have no... Well, one, common sense. Two, no desire to actually help the fish. A lot of them that I've actually had a chance to meet, and I'm super comfortable with saying this, most of them don't care at all. They're getting a paycheck, right? They go and file a lawsuit, they get paid. That's a fact, okay? Argue it all you want, but you can do your own research and find it's not my job. But it's crazy what these people are doing. Now, everybody always asks, what's Hatchery and Wild working on currently? What is it that you would say is like on the forefront of your plate right now as a Hatchery and Wild Coexist?
Well, we tried to do one video a year. First year was beneficial. We don't even talk about that anymore. That was a reaction to artificial done by a clothing company.
Yeah.
We think did a good job of debunking that. Last year we did Hatcheries Are Not the Enemy, which was a longer form, 14-minute film, which is made for everybody, kids, anybody. We parsed that out and posted it on Facebook and Instagram, different parts of that. That just explains hatcheries, and while you can't lump hatcheries in with predation, dams, bad oceans, culverts, all that,
habitat,
pike minnow, you can't just lump hatcheries into that. Without hatcheries, So we just got funding for a broodstock piece, which is, you guys that are familiar with broodstock or have caught broodstock late in the season over in that broodstock program that Jack Smith started. That is going to be about a 4 to 6 minute piece, and it was funded by the Oregon Anglers Alliance down south. We're trying to create relationships with people down in the Umpqua Rogue area, and Procure. Our buddies at Procure. They are just the most generous people. They really are. So is Gary Loomis. So is Pat Hoagland at Salmon Steelhead Journal. And I'm leaving some, Willie, Jim Biddle at Willie. They've been funding these videos pretty well. So that's been good. Our big fundraiser, however, this year, and I didn't tell you about this when we were talking, but we're going to call it, it's called the Thrilla and Umatilla.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's going to be a cage match between Jared Hickenbotham, sorry, and Bruce Pauly.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, I haven't talked to him about it yet, but it's, you know, we're fill up a stadium there in Umatilla. But seriously, though, sorry, Bruce, sorry, Jared. Our real focus this year is kids events. We do 3 or 4 up in Washington. We do twice that down here. CCA has outstanding kids events in 2 lakes above the gorge. We're working with Fish Expo, Larry Stamp, up, I think Fife or somewhere up north. And one good thing that's happened this year is we've got Robert Campbell, who had a 25-year career with Fisherman's.
Oh, yeah.
He's our ambassador, board member now. We haven't really cranked up with him yet. Mike Olson up north in Washington, who's a Ducks Unlimited guy, who's now moving all his responsibilities to us to help us figure things out up there. You know, one thing, and I'll admit, we are Oregon-centric. We just know what's going on here. If you ask me about the OP and some of the things going on up there, I'm terrible at that. And you guys in Washington, those folks in Washington, are no less important than the people down here. So we got Mike up there as an ambassador, and we're going to find out from Mike what the issues are, how we can apply what is now, we have something like 15,000 followers on Instagram and Facebook. We've had 40,000+ people see our 2 films, which is nothing in addicts terms, because they get that in a day. But for us, we don't spend any money. We don't have any money to spend on boosting these things. But to have 40,000 eyeballs on those 2 pieces is a pretty big deal. We promote it on social. Yeah. So, and we are a 501c3 nonprofit, all volunteer organization.
Well, there's no question that it's a David and Goliath kind of thing. But David won. Anyway, we're going to cut to a quick break. I'm going to keep you on here. We got a question from Doug. Doug is from Sandy. He's got a question about hatcheries for Dawn. So everybody hang out with me. Also, I got Joel with an update, or looked like somebody had some stuff stolen. So we'll see if we can help out. Don't go anywhere. We got more Outdoor GPS in just a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Yakima Bait, steeped in tradition, innovation, and fishing success. And by Procure Bait Sense, ruthlessly effective.